Now moving ahead, what is the process for filing FLA? The first and foremost process is registering on the FLA portal. So you have to go on the FLA portal website and you have to fill requisite informations like the company's details, authorized person details, and then you have to insert those details and submit the form. And once you submit the form, the registration is done. Then you have to move ahead with filling the requisite information in the relevant 4 sections in the online form. And the last but the foremost important point is submitting the form and saving the acknowledgement. So when you're registering on the FLA portal, there are some things which can be easily seen from your eyes are the details like name of the company, address, authorized person contacts, and email ID details, which you have to enter. But there are a few points which you have to consider while filling those details. First is the authority letter and the verification letter. The format of the same is available on the FLA portal. You have to ensure that the format is same. Even one single change in that will lead to rejection. So you have to be very careful about that. The authority letter is to be, both the documents are to be printed on the letterhead of the company and to be signed by the person along with affixing the stamp of the company. Previously during COVID, RBI allowed us to file this letter with digital signature and even an unsigned letter was allowed. But now they have strictly said that the letter has to be physically signed only. We have seen cases where digital signature letter was also rejected. So try getting it physically signed only. The second is attaching the PAN card of the authorized person with this authority letter. Third step is to ensuring that the password reset, which is sent to the authorized person, is reset within 24 hours. So it is very important that you call the authorized person before registering it, that an email will be received by him or her, because you will get only 24 hours to change the password. And if you miss it, then that password will get expired, and then you have to mail it to the RBI requesting them to regenerate the password, which will of course increase the timeline. So it is always better to inform the authorized person well in advance. And this authorized person will be the person who will be receiving the OTP at every time of login. So this is very cumbersome process because every time you have to call the authorized person that an OTP has been sent to you and you have to provide them. So that person should be approachable. Otherwise, you will just keep sitting for getting the passwords. Now moving ahead, cases where request to RBI is to be made. So there are various cases where we have to request the RBI, like in case our password gets expired or we are unable to retrieve our password. So we can mail to the RBI, giving them the name of the company, SIN, and username. Even if you do not have the username, do not worry. You can just send them your email ID, the SIN, and the company number, and they will help you with retrieving the username. But when you enter the username, the password will go to the authorized person only. So when there is a change in the management, do ensure that before the previous authorized person leave the entity, you get this change. Otherwise, it will be very difficult to contact that old authorized person for getting the password. The second is in terms of revision and return. There are chances where we have to revise the return. For example, if we have filled the provisional financials and now we have to move ahead with filling the return on the basis of audited financials, then we have to submit a request to the RBI. We have to simply log in, and on the portal only you will see the option of requesting for revised return. You can submit that, and then a mail will be received by the RBI that now you can revise your return. The third is for alternate investment FLA return. So alternate investment registered under SEBI are also required to file this return, as I explained in my previous slides. But for them, the system has still not given an online form. So for that, you first have to register, even though the form is not to be filed online, but registration is compulsory for alternate investment fund also. So you have to register it on FLA portal, and then while giving your registration details, you can send a mail to RBI on the email ID provided on the slide, which is surveys@rbi.org.in. You can give them your registration details, and then you can ask them to provide you an Excel. In that Excel, you have to fill the information about your FLA and send the mail to the department, and then they'll send you an acknowledgement of receiving this return. The last but not the least is deactivation. So there are various cases where the RBI does not allow you to change the details like that, you have to first deactivate, and then only you can fill the details. And the cases are, in case the company's name is changed, in case the address, for example, you have changed the registered office address, the authorized person details get changed, or due to change in name or the address, the SIN gets changed, LLPIN and UIN changed. So in all those cases, you have to first apply to the RBI to deactivate, and then once your request is submitted and they approve it, then they'll send you a mail that you can now apply for new user registration. And when you apply for new user registration, all your previously data will come in your new user. Nothing will get lost, so you don't have to worry about that. So all the information gets transferred from your old user ID to your new user ID, and then you can start filling the return.
Welcome to Complinity Technologies. Complinity is India's leading governance, risk and compliance software helping companies to manage their compliance, contracts, litigation, legal updates, inter-financial controls and more. Complinity is a one-stop shop for all GRC needs. With our proprietary 12 GRC modules and real-time legal updates on 2,000+ laws and 24,000+ compliances, all in an integrated platform that is easy to use with automated alerts and risk management capabilities, is why compliance managers, general counsels and chief financial officers choose Complinity every time. Join the most innovative and prestigious brands that use Complinity. Automating your compliance management. Request a demo at complinity.com.